Good afternoon. It's good to see you all again. Hope you're all doing fantastically well on this Monday afternoon. At least that's what time it is for me. I do apologize for the late start of this stream. Tomorrow's should be at a more reasonable hour. But for today, we have this. And EU4 is not capturing, which is always my most favoritist of things. Let's try this again. Let's try this again. Ugh. Sometimes it just has some issues during the loading scene. So, we shall patiently wait. Let's see if we can get it captured this time. I do actually find this really annoying that sometimes EU4 just doesn't want to be captured, as is the case here. So let me just jump back into that. I do apologize. And we will begin as soon as we can. There we go. Works fine this time. Who knows why? Nothing changed. Okay, so we're going to be continuing the subjugation of these wonderful people who you just saw on the screen there. We will probably be doing some other things a little bit later. I'll be going through once again what I plan to be doing in the soon future, yes. That makes sense. So, before I get into this, I suppose I will go through what I am intending on doing in our next stream, because it's going to take a little while to sort of kick into gear. So, let me re-break down what we have to do here, of course. We need to own all of North and South America. We're currently about halfway there, and it should go faster towards the end. I think we'll be fine. I think it'll be a little bit tight. We may end up 1 or 2 provinces short, which would be really annoying, because I will never ever want to attempt this achievement again. It is so darn boring. But we're also going to do this rekindling the flames, which is quite simple. It involves just taking some Persian land over here. Baluchistan has just been formed, so we might actually go and truce break to grab Baluchistan, which will give us a entry into Persia, which will work quite nicely for us. It is within our coring range of our place here, but of course does require us to lose 2 prestige. I did want to wait until I got a positive prestige event, but it looks like I won't be able to enjoy that luxury. We currently have a truce with Portugal and Great Britain, both of which are lasting for another 8 years. We could use this to go to war with Spain. But of course, they've only got Milan and Burgundy now as allies. I wonder what happened between them and Portugal. They probably just tried to get into a war together. It happens a lot. Oh, wow. Oh no, still friendly. Ooh. Ooh. We might actually see some subjugation going on over here, which could be really interesting because it will have a pretty big impact on our land here. We have a lot of land going on, of course, but as you might notice, well, a lot of it's uncored, a vast majority of it. That's because it all provides 0% overextension. It actually doesn't harm me really in any way by not coring it. So there's that. Our manpower is maxed, so we're going to build some more troops. We're probably going to build almost all the way up to our whopping force limit of 149. And our naval force limit of 133. Yeah. Needless to say, we can field an army, and a navy for that matter. We are currently making 19 ducats a month. It's probably closer to about this, actually. I should reduce some inflation while I'm here, because getting this below 5 is kind of a good goal. You might notice that our army maintenance is at nearly 50. This is due to our mercenaries making up almost half of the cost of our army maintenance. We also have 37 ducats involved in advices, which is pretty cool. Now we could focus on getting some more Diplotech, and the next Diplotech isn't actually too bad, but for now, we're fine. We're around the corner from a new idea group. Our next idea group is likely going to be administrative ideas, simply for the core creation cost negative malice, as well as the mercenary maintenance, which will end up saving us, by the end of the game, probably about 10 ducats a month. Interest per annum, basically all of this helps up until about here. And once you get to this point, you might as well finish and get the goods production modifier and the administrative tech cost minus. It also, finishing them together when mixed with exploration ideas, gives us a settler chance of +5, as well as a global settler increase, both of which will help us greatly. So, you now know what I plan to do. I could go and attack Spain and take over Florida, and we may even do that. Especially because it doesn't really seem to really generate much of a problem for us if we take this land. If anything, it's the opposite. We're just going to be getting good things from them, and basically that's great. Like, so if we have a look at these, they don't give us much, you know, because they're pretty terrible. But all up, they do add to a fairly significant amount. And that autonomy, of course, is going to slowly drip away. We are coring some of it. We don't need to core all of it. We may even have a quick look at... I think the only thing coring provides for us is a faster autonomy tick down, if I remember correctly. It might not even be that case. Easy way to find out, of course, would be to go and look at some of our cored land over here that still has autonomy. Surely we've got some. There we go. No, not even that. I also don't think we need to core anything at all. But that's okay. We will sit with it uncored for now. We will have to core it all eventually. We're doing some missionaries work. Religious unity is sitting at 91%, so only 9% away from max, even though we have an epic ton of provinces that aren't our religion. Thanks for the religious unity of I think religious ideas has some religious unity? Maybe not. Okay. Oh, this thing. +5 here. So it all sort of helps. They're also tiny base tax provinces in comparison to what we've got. So the question is, what do we do? Do we go against Spain and smash out Florida? Or do we put ourselves on land here in Baluchistan? I don't really envy the idea of increasing my administrative power, but we may have to. GB is starting to colonize down here for us, which is good. We'll knock that out of them in a future war. And yeah, everything's pretty good. I think the only bad thing... oh, we've got to integrate Choctaw while we're here. Oh no, we've still got ages to go before we can integrate Choctaw. Okay, about another 10 years. Iroquois, unfortunately, is a protectorate of Spain, which means they may westernize at some point. And Lenape already has. These things are a little bit annoying, but you get that sometimes. Thankfully, none of these others are Western. We have set up a pop-up for when they start westernizing, so that way we can just take them. We are going to finish blocking off this land up here, but right now we don't have to. Let me just double check how I'm going with colonists. I have 4 colonies going at once, all pretty much in the same area. So yeah, things are good. We did end up taking, of course, GB's colonies, except for this one. Apparently we forgot about this one. Whoops. No, GB had to have taken that over somehow. Okay. Yeah, that definitely wasn't GB's before, so... Oh well, it happens. They have started colonizing down here as well, so hopefully they'll just focus on these 2 spots, and that will help us significantly. Yeah, let's get into it. Let's actually pass some time and subjugate some peoples. I'm thinking Baluchistan. I'm going to need a little bit of an army to deal with Baluchistan, not because Baluchistan has some giant army. In fact, they don't, and they don't have any allies right now, so I should probably just get these guys on a boat and send them across. Yeah, we got 20 cogs there. We're not going to need the carracks, but since we're already at full maintenance, why the heck not? Let's get these guys over onto this island, Mahi. Alright, let's let some time pass. Of course, the first month is the coldest period of the Little Ice Age. Price of grain, wine, and fish go down, and salt and fur go up for 10 years. Okay. Cool. Get some ducats. Our truce with Trier ended, no big deal. Alliance from Matapa, no big deal. Merchant guilds, no big deal. Okay. It's all pretty straightforward stuff. Sekisho, which is, if I remember, never worth getting. It only gives us a plus 5% tax modifier. If we have a quick look at our tax, we get 51 ducats. So, an additional 5% of that would be 2.5 ducats a month. And we would just get it to the end of his life. And he's already 40. So, I mean, if you get Sekisho at a nice early sort of age in a monarchy, it can be fantastic. But it only costs us 1 prestige to deny it. I don't need to pause for heretic conversions. We're going to easily be able to outpace them, I think, even with only having 2. Okay, sure. Some coring has been done, which does get rid of, free up a little bit of admin capabilities. It's good. These were all fairly high-end provinces for the most part, so that's good. Alright, and we're in position. Okay. These guys got down pretty low, which I'm kind of surprised by, actually. I have plenty of supply range. While I don't have this particular little island, I should, I guess the only attrition they took was just via the ocean stuff. So, alrighty. Let's go to war. Hopefully Baluchistan still do not have any troops. They don't. Good. I like it. Well, not troops, you know what I mean. I'm gonna lose some, we'll lose some stability here, but that's okay. And then it exiled these armies again. I hate it. Sometimes it does it, sometimes it doesn't. And I don't actually know why not. I'm sure there's a reason for it. See, and then it unexiled. But sometimes it doesn't unexile. I don't even know. I just don't know. Alright, so basically we're just going to fill in the gaps now. We'll move our capital up here later on to just populate this area as quickly as we can. But everything should be pretty good there. We do have some missions, of course. Conquer Chicas and create a proper fleet. Yeah, it's pretty unlikely we're ever going to have a fleet that large. Having said that, we might... I think we can make our early frigates work for us. So, you know, having 75... No. Yeah, having 70-something early frigates will probably do quite nicely. 80 when you add those to the batch as well. We'll see. We'll have a look at that a little bit later. It'll let us get our PP up. Alright, so this is going along just like we always knew it would. We are taking attrition. Really? Telling me we don't have supply range to you. Apparently not. By the way, we're 21% through the siege anyway. It's not going to take too long. I'll keep an eye on it just in case. And then for some reason I can't core it because it's out of my coring range. That would be pretty bad. Syndicates. You annoying, annoying piece of work here. Don't really want to raise your autonomy, but I don't have any troops nearby. Yeah, okay, we'll just raise your autonomy. It's not going to be too big a deal. And we'll convert that. Congrats, evil man. The road to having Twitch followers is a hard one. But, you know, the thing is, don't worry about the followers. You know, worry about creating something that is really awesome for people to watch. Make cool and interesting experiences, and you'll do fine. Now we can get some extra prestige here by getting them to give up some claims, not that it really matters, and we'll take it from them. Okay, Holy War CB, tick, core you, and we'll increase your autonomy because I don't really care about it. Alright. We'll get our fleet repaired while we're here, and we will start building some more troops. We are going to need them. They will make our life much easier. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create an army template for the first time ever. 10 infantry, 6 cav. Okay, so 12 infantry, 6 cav. Actually, we might do the mercenaries for the front lines. So 10, 11, 12. 12 mercenary troops, 6 cav, 14 cannons, and we can use, yeah, 31 provinces is fine. Have a maintenance cost of 20 ducats, which is basically all of our spare ducats at the moment, but that's okay. Cost us 20,000 manpower and take 147 days. Let's be reasonable. $10, $6, $14. Yeah. Let's save that as 10, 6, 14. Okay. Over here is good. Done. That'll work well for us. I do like this wonderful army thing. Naval supplies or grain? Well, naval supplies. Thank you kindly. Alright, let's get these guys on some kits as soon as we can because... Oh, and cape. Wouldn't mind getting some dudes on cape either. Alright, we're going to leave this army over here. We're quite happy with them there. We are going to... maybe split you in half? I don't know what sort of fleet Spain can provide. I imagine it's quite a nice one. Should be in the top. Yeah, 17 heavies. They're pretty solid. You know, we're probably not going to need much. What sort of fleet does Persia have? Three heavies. Who are you allied with? Gujarat over here. And Shervin, who are above us, I think. Yeah, they're over here. Shervin won't have a fleet, and Gujarat's fleet will be minuscule. I think we could leave 6, 7 heavies, maybe? 7 heavies. And that should be enough. Should be. We'll see. Remember that our, I think our tech for stuff like this is better than theirs as well. So that'll work quite nicely. We'll get to Caracas as soon as we can. I should build this in Caracas rather than building it here. Because that's going to force limit up. Alright, we also only have 20 cogs or something like that. Let's rectify that. 20 or 21? Well, I suppose what I can do is I can add to the fleet, but I'll wait until it's parked. Alright, so between these we should have enough little armies to be able to sort of deal with anything that arises. And that should work pretty okay. Let's have a tiny look at this and see what sort of things we could add to this to make it more efficient. I think we could add a couple more mercs to it. Can't hire mercenaries in overseas provinces. It's alright, once it has a core, that won't be a problem. Not that I think 20,000 men will be enough to deal with Persia. I just want to sort of make sure that I have enough there to sort of get in a battle if I need to, and not worry about things too much. Alright, cool, they just rose in kits, that's why I left the fort there. So let's attach to the transport and drop you off in Antigua. Not the salt crisis. Speed 5ing it like a boss, because we really don't need to worry about too many things. Sure. So you're going to do it the slow way, but that's okay. You guys got a wall breach and everything. Do we like our air? Yeah, actually, our air's not too bad. Our rule is pretty average. And one of the benefits of a theocracy is I can send my ruler into battle and not need to worry too much if he dies. Okay. So that won't rise up for some time. Our our missionary will basically do everything we need to there, so we no longer need the castle. Cool. Now let's get that fleet back to Caracas. Once everything's dealt with there, like so, we will dock you and build up to 30. And up to 20, because I kind of like having that. That will work for me. I have some tech. It's admin tech, which is glorious. Cathedral. I think that's one of the buildings that I can only build in one place. Is that what that is? Let's look on Mexico. Yeah, it'll have... Oh no, it replaces the temple. Okay. Right. But it only adds an extra 20% tax. The +3 missionary strength will be good for hard to convert provinces, but I don't think I'll really have too many of those. Let's pick administrative ideas. Because the lowered mercenary cost, core creation cost, and merc maintenance will become incredibly useful. We also have some maritime ideas going, which will be quite nice. What I really should have done is had a look at the military. I assume that there are a military group that sort of deals mostly with mercs. No, actually, there isn't. Or at least not in the first 3 ideas. Okay. Well, that's alright. I think we've got everything that we're going to deal with mercs anyway, so should be okay. Support independence from Florida. I'm wondering if this is a good idea. Probably is. You know, we need to go to war with Spain anyway. We can take our own stuff out. It'll be a fun war to fight. I don't really have too much else to worry about in that regard. Cape. I know you're a pretty glorious province, and I don't particularly want to raise your autonomy, but I don't think I can anyway. Okay. Yeah, you're probably just going to rise up, but we might be able to harsh treat. Ooh, 200. That's a bit of a bugger, isn't it? It's because of all that annoying stuff. Alright, well, we don't really have too much to deal with that. What we will do is nothing over here. Well, we definitely want to support their independence. They'll probably call us into a war fairly soon. That's alright. Doesn't bother us too much. St. Kitts is done. That should be pretty easy now. Easy going for St. Kitts. They're Japanese and they're Zoroastrian. So yeah, they're basically not going to have any problem at all. Why do I have some overextension still? Ah, because I just took over a province, of course. The Portuguese Colombian are only at Guacipati. Let's just assume that that's in here. Nope, it's not. Guacipati. Here it is. I think it's just got separatism. Yeah, can't really do anything about separatism. It's a terrible base tax province, so we don't mind adding some autonomy to it. What else do we have going here? Some Baluchistanis, which is